Hi guys, welcome back. Today another beautiful day here in Tallahassee. And today we are together with one of our great friends. How do you say, Shannon?
Shannon, big book booker.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And I would like to start this interview talking about your background. Tell us about your background. Who is Shannon?
Well, Shannon is a man from a small country town in Cairo, Georgia, just up the road a little bit. I'm the youngest of 5 children. My parents moved down here in 1970 to help out with like missionary ministry style work. So they came down to help with the integration process that was going on in the South. And so that was their introduction down here. So I was born 7 years later, 5 children later, and the youngest of 5. So we started growing up down in Cairo, Georgia. And from there, we came here in 1991. I was 13 and joined the school system here. Went to, I was on the south side of town, went to Rickards High School, graduated there, and shortly thereafter fell in love with my teenage heartthrob.
Oh wow, how old
Yes.
were you when you guys just met?
We started dating at 17.
Very young age.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes, and we married shortly after high school.
That's
And
awesome. And you basically grow up together then.
yes. Our families actually knew each other before we were born.
Wow.
So it was almost seems like it was arranged sometimes.
There you go. Somebody arranged it,
Yes.
right? Yeah. And what your wife is doing for a living?
Well, surprisingly and actually happily, she's also a realtor here at Keller Williams
Well,
for
then what
about
is her
5 years. Her name is Marla Booker.
And how many kids do you have, Shannon?
We have two. We have a 25-year-old son and an 18-year-old daughter.
And they go school.
Our son is in Perry, Georgia. He's doing surveying work, and our daughter is at TCC Dental Assistant School. She'll be finishing up there in July. They're doing pretty good.
So let's talk about a little bit more. What were you doing before you become a realtor? What is your other experiences?
Well, when I finished high school, as I was getting ready to finish high school, I was trying to decide that I want to do 4-year college or do a trade. And I was going to a barber at the time when I was in 11th grade, and we had a good relationship, and he kind of encouraged me to take up barbering. He said, you ought to consider trying to be a barber. And so he encouraged me, kind of motivated me, and I said, okay, well, I think I'd rather go to school for maybe 1 year and get my barber license, and that's what I did. I went to barber school here in Tallahassee at Lively Vocational College, and got my barber, and I've been barbering now for the past 27 years.
I am sure all those gives you great network opportunities that you met with a lot of friends. Yeah, people
Yes,
there.
yes. Over these 27 years, I've met a lot of people. I've had the privilege of cutting, lawyers, doctors, politicians, ministers. I like to say all paths cross at the barbershop.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I've had a chance to build a nice network. And so my history, my professional history is deep rooted in customer service, serving the community. That's what kind of continued to push me towards the real estate.
That's what I was gonna ask. What motivates you? Obviously, your wife is in the real estate, but personally, what motivates you to become a realtor? Why did you become a realtor?
Well, I like helping people achieve their dreams of home ownership. Okay, as I mentioned, growing up in a small town, Cairo, Georgia, we didn't have much. And like many other families who have low income, we had to start off in government housing. And so there was a program that would transition low income families to home ownership back in the early 80s. And so my family, my parents, they wanted better for us, so they pushed themselves and we were able to get a home. but it was a small home, but it was ours.
Absolutely.
And so it was a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, maybe 1,000 square feet for 7 people, but it was ours, and we had a yard. And I always remember that, and so that's my passion, trying to help people have home ownership because it can help you grow. It can make the family feel more secure because you don't feel like you're renting and you can get kicked out whenever. Because I appreciated those years, and it helped me to see the need to help families, stay together and have something for their own. And then the working in the customer service business, it gives me joy to be able to serve the community, to be able to help people, achieve their dreams, and home ownership is one of those dreams, and that's a passion of mine, being a servant of the community. We have a popular saying that a popular law firm, I won't call any names, they say, we're for the people. Well, I kind of got my own little spin on that. I say, I'm not only for the people, I'm from the people.
There you go.
So I put myself in
Their shoes.
my customer's shoes, and I have a passion for trying to help people because I'm from the people. I'm a regular guy that's trying to work hard to do better for myself and my family, and I want the same for anyone that I try to help in this profession, in my barbering, and especially in this real estate.
Awesome. So you never forget where you come from, and then you will understand people better than many other people because this is where you come from, and you never forget that, and you actually take it as an advantage to understand people better.
Yes, and I often say, how did 7 people share 1 bathroom?
Yeah.
And so every time when I sell a house and showcase a house with 2 or more bathrooms, it makes me remember, wow, that is a privilege to be able to have 2 or more bathrooms because it was hard having a mom and 2 sisters, women, trying to share 1 bathroom. You know how that can be. And so
Challenging.
Yes, challenging. So being able to help people even have 2 bathrooms, we may overlook it nowadays, but that was special to me. That's something, when I got my first place with 2, I said, we have to have 2 bathrooms.
There you go, because you know what it is.
I know what it's like, and
Absolutely.
just seeing
that's
families
amazing.
achieve that.
That's amazing. Yeah. So you had a very high motivation to become a realtor, and it's a very good motivation. Well, then you pass your state exam, and you're about to choose your brokerage. You had so many options. Why did you choose Keller Williams?
Well, a variety of reasons. As far as being closest to me, I mentioned my wife, Marla Booker. She's been here for about 5 years, but she's been doing it kind of part time because that was our family decision. We decided for her to be kind of part time, something to do to continue building business. But now we're going into the full time role. So one, I was kind of comfortable with it, watching her and kind of being a family member of a Keller Williams family member. So I got a chance to see some of the, goings on. But one thing I appreciate about Keller Williams that also helped me make my decision was, they're a national company.
It's the biggest in the world.
Yes, the biggest. So the name carries a lot of weight, So when you're starting new, it's good to have a name like that. It's a brand that's already been out there to have behind you. And of course, having a lot of agents out here that are experienced, they're very helpful. I know some of them. I've cut some of their hair. I know they're customers of mine as well. So knowing that you have access to a large amount of agents that can help you, because realistically, the brokers they're busy a lot of times. There are a lot of things going on. So it's good to have a brokerage that has a leadership team like we have here.
Amazing.
Yes, that can help you, with helping
motivates you,
want to be a part of that eventually. And then also the trainings, a lot of trainings, so many trainings that are available to take advantage of to help you, boost your career and also to help you to be successful. So, a lot of those reasons. And ultimately, this one, when I got a chance to meet Rebecca after my wife was at her first ball, I just say she was cool.
There you go. Absolutely, it is important.
She was cool. I liked her.
People.
She had nice energy and vibe. So I talked with her, and I was like, yeah, she's all right. So, Rebecca had a chance, a role in me coming too. So
you feel welcomed.
Yes, I feel welcome. It is a family environment.
Wonderful, wonderful. So now you are here. You are looking forward to grow up. What is your goal? Where do you see yourself a year from today? 5 years from today, 10 years from today, where do you see yourself? What is your goal?
Well, my goal, not only do I want to help the community, but I have financial goals. I'm a family person. If it's one thing that you don't know about me, it's family. Family, family, family. I love my family. I take being a father and a husband very seriously. And I take being a son and an uncle and a nephew very seriously. I love family. I'm very big on family. I want to be successful in the real estate business to be able to help my family, to be able to have generational wealth, generational opportunities. I would love to get to the point where I'm doing 10 closings a month. I believe if you shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll still be among the stars.
Close, yeah, absolutely. That's very well said.
So I want to be as successful as I can be. I would love to be part of the leadership here. Because when I do something, I do it.
100%.
100%. I don't know any other way. That's what's gotten me through any other thing I've done. So I have the same approach with this real estate. I want people to know who I am. I want people to know what I believe in. And I believe in professionalism. I believe in customer service. I believe in consistency, availability, dependability. And I believe if you treat people right, it's going to come back to you. So I don't want to meet any strangers. We're here in the community. So I feel like if I stay true to myself, I'm not going to change. Because I love everybody, and I want to help everybody. And if you stick with those values, treat everybody with respect and love, and it will come. And that's what I want to do. I want to be a pillar in the community. I want to be able to help people achieve their dreams. I'm trying to achieve my dreams of having, property and being able to have something for my children and their children, because I'm about to be a granddad for the first time in about 4 months.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Be my first grandchild, so.
That's perfect. Congratulations. So you put a lot of things onto the table, so people have so many reasons to work with you.
Yeah, another thing, I'm fortunate enough to have my mom and dad alive and my wife, mom and dad alive. I don't have grandparents, but I do have an aunt that is very dear to me, that's like a grandmother. They're getting older, and they're all on fixed incomes. So a passion I have for this real estate is I want to be successful in this business so that when I succeed, I'm able to help my family. I want to be able to get my parents some extra income to help them with their medication, and all those things, and help their last years of life to be as comfortable as possible. I want to be able to do that for them. I've always wanted to be able to get my parents, my wife's parents, that house that they want, and I haven't been able to do it to this point, and that is something that drives me. I want to be successful in this real estate business because I still want to be able to make that dream happen.
Oh my goodness, you are definitely a family guy, and
Yes.
you really take care of your family.
I would love to do that. So when you work with me, you're not just working with me. You're working with everything that I believe in. I take it very seriously. So my passion drives me because I saw my mom work 2 jobs, 3 jobs growing up, and we still barely made it, in addition to my father's income. And so that drives me. And real estate is a career that with you put the hard work in, it will pay off. And you can get in a position to be able to take care of your family,
Sure.
you know, the way that you really want to. And that's what I want to do. So that's what you get when you get me. It's not just about me. It's about everything that's in me, what I stand for. And that's what I give to my customers. I give them everything I can, because when you do that, you can live with the results.
There you go. You are definitely a very highly motivated person. It is for sure, and you are very good with your family. And what do you like to do with your family in your free time? Since you know you are living in Tallahassee long enough, what do you like to do in your free times?
Well, you know, we like to relax and just be around the house a lot of times. But our vacation that we really like is cruises. We like to take cruises. I love to cruise. I think it's just one of the best ways to be able to relax and just get away. Don't
Sure.
see land for a little while. So we love to cruise. And we like to just travel. You know, growing up, I remember going to a theme park once. You know, we didn't have any money, you know, but we made the best growing up. Quality time at home. Our friends would come over. Our house would be where you could come over and just, you know, have
Home
fun.
party.
And so, not being able to have that, I love taking my kids to Disney World and all the theme parks and vacation in New York. You know, I've tried to do that through the years, so we like to travel as well. You know, and so now we're getting ready to be grandparents, so now we're just looking forward to being able to have our granddaughter
And
you know,
start all over again.
Start all over again, then maybe take her to the Disney World and take, you know, like we did with our kids and stuff. But just being family and just spending time together.
Absolutely, absolutely. And in Tallahassee, specifically in Tallahassee, where do you usually go with your family? I ask this just because, let's say, if someone is just buying their first house in Tallahassee and moving into Tallahassee, just to let them know this is what you can do in Tallahassee. So, what do you like to do in Tallahassee with your family? What is your favorite restaurant that you like to go? And all those good stuff about Tallahassee.
Yes, I mean, Tallahassee is a pretty culturally diverse place. You know, I like restaurants. Overall, I think I might go with Carrabba's. I just love their Pollo Rosa Maria. I love the chicken breast stuff with the cheese and the ham and the pasta with the sauce. I like Carrabba's. I'm a buffet guy myself.
Open buffet.
Grand buffet. I love buffets because I'm a big man, so I can't eat one small little piece of food. I like to eat, you know. So I like buffets. So I like the Chinese buffet. What is that? Chow Time. And I like the country cooking buffet, Sam's. But as far as restaurants, I like Carrabba's. I like Outback. You know, I like Longhorn. Sometimes I do drive-through. You know. Traditional burger place.
There you go.
But we like to bowl. We like to go bowling. We like to go to the beach, you know, and so Tallahassee's close. You know, you got St. George Island, you got Carabel, Shell Point, Panama City. But we used to ride bikes, you know, at Tom Brown, those trails and everything. And just go walking in the neighborhood.
Naturally, it is beautiful,
yeah.
Right? So when we are getting close to the end now, Shannon, I'd like to ask you that now it has been 4 or 5 months for you, and everything is very fresh with you, but you also have some experiences. If you like to advise someone who is planning to become a realtor or who just become a realtor, what is your advice for them?
Well, I would say focus on the customer. Be a good listener. And, try to understand what's going on around town. And take some time out to be able to take advantage of the training. That's something that's challenging for me because, you know, I work full time. And so getting access to some of the daytime training is challenging. but I know it's worth it. And that's what I'm working on, trying to get my schedule structured more to be able to take advantage of the trainings that's offered, you know, in the weekday or earlier in the day. But, you know, take it seriously, study, focus on customer service, and be yourself. You know, try not to be the salesman, but just be a person, be a human being.
Nice person.
Yeah, be a nice person.
People can trust.
Yes. You know, don't sell somebody something that you wouldn't want to live in. You know, find out what they need. You know, and because when people complain about a bad realtor, a lot of times they feel like the realtor didn't listen to them. The realtor was just trying to get a commission. You know, they just sold me anything. So, you know,
Don't be that realtor.
don't be that realtor. Don't get into this if you don't have a love for people. You need to love people. You know, you need to love people. You need to love life. You need to love safety. You need to love happiness. You know, because it's not about money. It's about what can the money provide. See, the money should be able to provide safety, happiness, protection, love.
Just the tools.
It's just a tool. So get into this for the right reasons. Because if you get into the real estate for the wrong reason, I just want to sell some houses and make some money, it's not going to last too long.
Exactly.
You have to get a bad reputation and be dependable, be accessible, be approachable, and listen. And take advantage of the training and go somewhere where you know you're going to have support. And you know, that's what I feel about here at Keller Williams. A lot of training, a lot of support. You know, so if you want to be successful, the platform is here for you to do it.
There, so it is all up to you after
Yes.
that. Awesome. Well, Shannon, thank you very much for your time. I personally learn a lot from you. I learn from everybody every day, and it will continue until we die. But I think this past 10-15 minutes was very valuable, especially for me, and I am sure it is valuable for many other people too. And I appreciate you for that, for your time.
Oh yeah, I appreciate this opportunity
Absolutely.
as well. And you know, like I tell everybody, you know my slogan, no matter what you're doing, if you're buying, if you're selling, or you're investing, give me a call.
Absolutely.
And you do that, it's so easy. All you gotta do is book it with Booker, and we can make it happen.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you very much for all of you for your time. And here our friend Shannon Booker. If you are buying, selling, or investing, he's a great person and he has a lot of knowledge, experience about this field, and he's one of the go-to person. And thank you again for your time, Shannon, and we will see you next time.
Privilege, a pleasure.
Absolutely. Have a good one.